Hello, my name's Steve Jordan from the Words Workshop, and I wanted to tell you today something about how to get your company mentioned in the press, and more to the point, mentioned in the press for the right reasons. And people often think that sometimes that they will read a story in a magazine, a trade magazine, perhaps about one of their competitors, and they will think, well, how did they get that in there? How did they do that? Well, the answer is really very simple, and that is that they sent it to them. There's no great mystery to it. It's really very straightforward. And you put yourself in the position of the editors. Now, the editor of any trade magazine is on a deadline, is trying to get things done as quickly as he possibly can. It's got to be done for that deadline. The information has all got to be relevant and of interest to the readership. And sometimes getting that information is really difficult. Now, if you can send an editor something that is relevant and is interesting for their readers, perhaps with a good photograph as well, then they're going to use it, aren't they? Of course they are. Why would they bother writing something themselves when you've done all the work for them? It makes perfect sense. And you can get your name up there in lights. And if you think to yourself, well, I'm not really sure it's worth it, so you get a few lines in a magazine, how much does that help? Well, just think of this. You may not think it's particularly valuable to get something published in a magazine, but just think how you would feel about it if somebody published something bad about you. You'd think differently about it then, wouldn't you? Now, it's unreasonable to think that a bad story about your company would have a very detrimental effect, whereas a good one has no benefit. That doesn't make any sense at all. So quite clearly, if you can get your stories published in magazines, then it's a good thing for you to do, and that's how you do it. You just send it in. The thing is, you don't send any old rubbish in. It's got to be, as I said before, it's got to be relevant, and it's got to be written in the right way. Because if you give an editor something that is written in the wrong way, that he can't use, without completely rewriting it, well, frankly, he might as well have written it himself. And if the editor is busy, then he's probably not going to bother. Just throw it away. So you've got to write it in the right way, so that all he has to do is to wave his mouse over it, copy it, paste it straight into his magazine, and of course he will use it. Now, there are all kinds of techniques for doing that, and we'll talk about that another time. Good luck and happy hunting.